Hello my friends, and as always, thank you so much for watching my video. Today what I have for you is my newest little purchase. This is a Bushnell custom compact 6 by 25 at 8 degrees. Now that means that the magnification is going to be 6 power with a 24 millimeter objective lens, and the field of view is going to be 8 degrees, which is about 390 feet. Now remember, uh, for some reason, binoculars have this measurement where at 1,000 yards, they give you this certain amount of view. They tell you what it is. In this case, being 8 degrees, it's going to be about 390. I still don't know why the hell they do that, but I just wanted to, for those of you who know about that or care about that, I wanted to share that with you. Now, this is part of the Bushnell Custom series, and for those of you who know the Bushnell Customs, you know that they offered rugged build with excellent glass. In fact, it was one of their most expensive binoculars back in the day, late 60s and 70s or so. It was one of their most expensive binoculars because of the quality of the glass. And we're going to take a look at an ad that I found before we even get started, because some of these binoculars tend to be almost even historic, shall we say. And it was one of the reasons, well, there's two reasons why I really like looking at vintage binoculars. So let's go ahead and take a look at that ad before we continue. So what we have here is an original ad from 1967. Okay, and as you can see here, it's saying squint proof. So this is a 7 by 35, which I have some of those. I have a couple of those. And I also have a 10 by 50. But the squint proof, for some reason, on eBay tends to be the more higher seller. There's at least another like type of Bushnell custom, but for some reason, if it says squint proof on the binocular, tends to be considered to be higher quality for some reason. But if you have a Bushnell custom that doesn't say squint proof, don't even think that, oh no, I didn't get the better of one. No, the Bushnell customs, like I said, they were considered some of the highest priced, maybe the below the Rangemaster. I believe the Rangemaster, right? Binoculars that Bushnell was offering. Excellent glass, fantastic. So let's look at this here. Look at what it says. The new Bushnell Custom Compact offers the features of larger and more expensive binoculars, plus new Bushnell special ultraviolet filters. Okay. Now I did say that some binoculars, because I like them, they can be. I like old ones that could be historic. Well, check this out. Custom compact construction, so small and rugged they were used in the Gemini Space Flights. So yeah, these binoculars, these little tiny 6 by 25s, were used in space by NASA. So a couple of things to point out. One, if it's going to be used by NASA, you damn well know it's got to be some seriously high quality glass. Okay. Second, this is a 6 power. There is also a 7 power, okay? Not much of a difference, but the 6 power is the one that I have. Now, I've said many times before that people get confused thinking that magnification is going to be what they really want in binoculars or optics of any kind. And it isn't. It's always going to come down to the quality of the glass, how sharp the image is there any warping around the edges or the center, a lot of things like that. But it has to be bright and super sharp. You think they're going to take this to space? Oh, it's a small binocular. It'll be out of the way. It's okay. No, they're going to take it into space looking at Earth with only a 6 power binocular. Yet the glass is amazing. Okay, so please take that into consideration if you're thinking about, I need something with 20 times magnification. No, you don't. No, you don't. You can get 10 power, you can get 8 power, whatever. You can get 15 power if you want, but always remember it's the glass and the sharpness of the image that makes a difference. So that's one of the things that I like about these vintage binoculars, because I paid 25 bucks for mine. Okay. Now they're a little bit more expensive on eBay, but people are asking more money than that on eBay, but still you can find them at a good price. So let's look at the original price. $64.50 for the 6 power. So $64.50, let's just say $65, okay? Let's be fair. $65 plus tax. Now, let's take a look at this conversion here. In 1965 or 67, $65 is equivalent to about $628 today. So yeah, that was expensive. That's expensive today. Good Lord, that's expensive. Now, let's take a look at some other ad here that I have. This is another. I'd say it's going to be like early 70s, but as you can see here, here is the Bushnell Custom Compact, 11 ounces. Okay, $69. It's a little bit more expensive because inflation has already been hitting, so it's a little bit later, like early 70s, I think. And let's take a look at this one here. So here is, I want to show you the 7-time magnification, and the real difference between the 7 magnification and the 6 is going to be the rubber eye cups. You can see that these were folded back, which we've done in other binoculars to show you. Also, the JTII tag here is evidence of mid 70s. So this particular binocular, this one here, is from the mid 70s. There's a little bit of a difference in the front as well, where the lanyard is held. And let's take a look at this. Here's the one that I have. Okay, and you can see here this JTII sticker, Japan Telescope Telescope Japan Telescope Inspection Institute, and that there was the tag showing you. I don't know why it won't show up now, but the tag is telling you it's a late 60s or early 70s, and that's the one that I have. Now, the difference between the two tags, late 60s, early 70s, is a little bit of a size in font, but the color is the same, red on top, blue on the bottom. And let's go ahead and take a look at the binocular that I have. So let's go back outside and take a look at that. Okay, so the one that I have, as you can see, doesn't have the rubber eye cups. It just has these cups here. Now it says for full view with eyeglasses, push cups down. Okay, without glasses, push cups up. Okay, now I wear glasses, and either way, they works really great for me. So let's talk about the eyepieces here, or the eye cups. As some of you may know, the Bushnell Custom Series offers fantastic eye relief, which means you don't have to get your eyes right up against the lens here. You can feel like you're like a mile away. Very comfortable, and very, very much glasses friendly. These are all the Bushnell Customs that I have are all glasses friendly, including this one here. So if you don't want to take your glasses off, you won't have to with these particular binoculars. Now, some of the markings on this, for those of you who care about that stuff and you know the makers, because obviously these came out of Japan. Remember, Bushnell and a bunch of other companies didn't make binoculars. They basically purchased parts and lenses and bodies from particular manufacturers in Japan. And so those of you who do know about the particular makers down in Japan, this is a JE47 and the JB45. Okay, for those of you who care about that kind of stuff. Now, I do not know what type of collimation system this requires. I don't know if it's an eccentric ring system. I don't know if it's a prism adjustment system. Remember, I only see one slit right there. Okay, so that you'd have to remove this, and then that to me looks more like a locking ring. There's the other slit right there, so that's the locking ring. I don't see any real evidence of it being an what do you call it? Adjustment from the front here. So it might have some sort of adjustment inside here or from the back here. Now, when it came to these binoculars, remember back in those days, you would send back watches, cameras, optics like this. You would send that to either one of their shops or somebody who actually, they had TV repair shops back in the day, watch repair shops, camera repair shops. They had that stuff out in basically in Main Street, USA somewhere. Somebody was fixing these things. So even if this was prism adjustment with screws, you, the buyer, would not see that because you're not supposed to screw with that, especially paying an exorbitant amount of money. You would send it back to get it fixed if you dropped it and knocked it out of alignment. But otherwise, I'm not going to open this up because it's just in too much of a good condition, and I just don't want to mess that up. So right here, now normally how you focus these, of course, normally you would have the right eye, that's the independent focuser, called the um, diopter, and then of course you focus in the center. But in this case, the diopter or the independent focus is on the left side for some reason. So you do it normal, you block the diopter, you look through the fixed lens, you move the center focuser. Once you've got that focused, you block that one from view, and you manually adjust the independent focuser, diopter. And once you've got that fixed, you use only the binocular to focus something far or something nearby. So here is my JTII tag. As you can see, it's pretty worn out, but I can see blue and red on the bottom. So I know this is late 60s or early 70s, depending on the font. But I know I'm in the correct time period. Here's a little front thing here for the lanyard. On the front, it also says Japan, and it also says BT and some kind of registered trademark down here, but I just can't make that out. And so this binocular here is extremely high quality. The Bushnell Customs, the 7x35s, I believe they're up in the over 500 uh, feet in the field of view. This one, like I said, it was about 390 or so, under 400, should be under 400 at 8 degrees, but it still offers you a really nice, comfortable view. We're going to take a look at the mountains if I can. Probably not, probably not. But let's go ahead and take a look at the view of in this binocular. Now, I hope that we're able to see some of the quality on this glass. It is difficult. The sun is right on me, so I can't see too well. All right. So, as far as if it's hazy, it's because it is hazy here. But otherwise, the image is really sharp all the way around. No warping on the edges. No, only the center is focused, or actually sometimes the center is out of focus and around it is better. But this one here is, in my opinion, very good glass, very, very nice glass. But again, if you're looking for a compact binocular, this is going to be something I am going to definitely recommend for you. And let me see if I can get a better view over here. Okay. So I hope that you're able to see that it was actually quite good. But let's go ahead and take a look at it again down below here. So the compactability of this binocular here, you've got from here to here is 3.5 inches, and the width is 4.5 inches. So it is pretty compact. Now, this binocular here, as I said, it's a compact binocular. I've never particularly cared for them, and although this is an excellent quality, I don't think I'm going to be keeping this because I find it too difficult. Being small, maybe I have a big fat head or something, but that's the only drawback that I have when it comes to this particular binocular. But if you have experience with compact binoculars, like those roof prisms, I hate those. Um, if you have experience with them and you like them, I definitely would recommend that you look for one of these here, and you're going to have good quality, excellent quality. But again, as I always say, I do not recommend buying anything online. I mean, I know you can take a chance. You can ask the person selling it, "Hey, do you see double vision?" You know, I'm not going to say that people are just lying to make a sale, but Most people, even when they're selling them on eBay, they're like people who bought them on a like a estate sale or something like a storage unit. They got sold off, and they don't know squat about these things, and they can't really answer the question. Is the glass bright? Is it clear? Is it sharp all the way around? They don't know these things. Is it collimated? It's like, what? What's collimated? I don't know what that is. And so that's why I always prefer to say, if you can go and check it out in your little hands, go and check it out. This one is definitely worth it. It says it's a pocket. You can put it in your pocket. And like I said earlier, don't put it in your pocket. Please don't put it in your pocket. Okay. The problem with that is that you're going to have lint in there. You might have a little bit of dirt. You might have a little bit of whatever junk in there. All that garbage is going to get all in here in the crevices, and it can scratch your lenses. Okay. So the best thing for you to do, in my opinion, if you're desperate to do that, get a plastic bag and put it in the plastic bag and then in your pocket. Okay. Get it in and out like that. Um, my first binoculars were roof prisms, Bushnells. I paid $40 for those things, and I tell you what, that was almost 10 years ago, and I didn't have any kind of experience like I do now when it comes to optics. And even then, I swear to you, even then, looking through them at the store, because I bought them brand new, didn't know any better. I bought them brand new, and I said, I could tell that these are not good. They're not great. But, for $40, I don't want, what do I always say? I don't want to spend $60, $70, $80. And if it's a store, it's probably going to be better than a junkyard, or a swap meet. Wrong, wrong, wrong. That Bushnell was basically here something for the dullards, for the riffraff. Just get the sale, get it out. It's useful for what it's going to be useful for, and then that's it. And that's exactly what I needed it for. We were going to go whale watching. I just needed binoculars, I guess, one time, and that's about the only time I used them. And then I found them years later inside of a box, all scratched up. The lenses were even worse. I don't even know. It's like fruit. It's like it went bad. How the hell are the lenses go bad if you don't even use them? So, again, look for used binoculars. They're the older ones, really old ones. They're going to be one of your best bets to getting high quality glass. Just make sure that they're collimated and that everything is working the way it should be. And I really think that you can get an extremely, extremely great price for an amazing pair of binoculars. And they're out there. Okay, it's not that difficult. I know that me living in Southern California, I have access to a bajillion things, and maybe some other people don't. But give it a shot. If you're ever in a big, big, big city, start looking for binoculars. I've been going to Phoenix to visit my friends, and I always start looking at OfferUp there. I always start looking at Facebook, Marketplace there, and I start looking at eBay in the area that I can go and drive and, hey, let me see this. And I picked up some stuff doing all that. So go ahead and hopefully you like this video. If good information for you, I hope it helped. And if you have any questions, shoot me some questions and I'll see what I can do about answering them. Okay. Thanks again. As always, see you next time.